What's up, gamers? How's it going?
This is a podcast by gamers for gamers, and only real gamers can be on this podcast.
Like us, we're true gamers.
We're
play
true
only
gamers.
TF2, basically.
I also play like Skyrim, and like,
It's not even a good game.
that's debatable. That's debatable.
It's objective.
Yeah, it is. Like, honestly, it is objective truth. Objective truth. Okay. Well, if it's objective, then it's not truth, is it?
But no.
So you know the game Middle Earth: Shadow of Mordor? There's literally like it's Middle Earth trademark : Shadow of Mordor trademark. Like this is like that's a whole new world of gaming.
True gaming experience.
Is there gonna be like an SFM for this wallpaper for the image? Well, actually, I mean,
I'm not gonna use the one I made earlier, like on the what was supposed to be last week's Yuhcast. That didn't happen.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering why the third boy William ain't here, basically it's just a matter of scheduling. He couldn't be here, so
Yeah. I'm
So,
trying to eat and talk. It's not working.
Talking with your mouth full, that's a bit rude, isn't it?
Talking with your mouth.
I personally talk with both of my eyeballs, they talk differently. Like my eyeballs have lips. Like if I like curl the eyelids out slightly, I can make some lips and I can start talking with them. I also have to pop
pizza with a fork.
No, that's disgusting. No. Honestly, I'd like to be able to, but at the same time, I just like the very primal way you can eat pizza just with your handles.
The primal way.
Okay, well, like what I mean is like it's very, I don't know.
Hands on.
Get out.
Okay, goodbye.
Yeah. So, yeah. Did I say yeah that entire thing? Did I? Are you?
I'm tired, okay? I woke up like an hour or two ago.
I woke up at like 7:45 to go to the dentist. You're lucky. And I am angry. Very, very angry.
Ngongi.
No, you.
Oh no.
Oh no. I gotta. There's a garage door There's a garage door that's opening, and I'm really scared because people are gonna come in now, and they're just gonna ruin the recording.
There is a garage.
There is quite the garage.
Do you want to talk about the things that are happening with the channel itself, with other uploads and stuffs?
Oh yeah. Well, how about you explain feeling, considering you're kind of like the mastermind behind it?
Yeah.
You're the creative force. Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, what do we have? Okay. So we have...
Yeah.
We have 2 live commentators coming out, if not out already. The one got lost slightly.
Right, yeah.
Due to my own mishappening. We just recorded like a really random thing, a competitive thing, which you'll see maybe if it's funny. And clips, I'm making like a really small clip thing to test if it's a clippy thing. Yeah,
it's good.
Along with all the other Yuhcasts coming out.
Okay, so that was just a little cut there. People were walking in my homestead, and they're making noises centered around my cat. So Olive, who hasn't appeared at all in this, and she should, but
yeehaw.
Anyways, yeah, I think so. Like, in your like, let's talk about TF2 trading. why it's gone downhill. And you've been trading for a while now. I think you should be the one to speak on that.
2011-ish.
Yeah. How awful has it gotten?
Okay, I wouldn't say it's necessarily gotten worse, except it has, but just trying... I think unusual trading has actually gotten better with the removal of buds in a way. Because it kind of just made things really complicated sometimes. But now, if you're trying to trade up with without unusuals or Australiums, it's impossible with the price of keys and the amount of ref that there is in the planet of the game shell.
Yeah. I think that's definitely that's definitely true. I think that in terms of trading, it's definitely the scrap to unusual is basically dead. That's so difficult and takes years. Well, at least now, and obviously in years TF2 will barely even be a game. So, I think that at some point, I think that TF2 I don't know if I feel like just at this point I don't think how the TF2 is dying. Let me say that now. But
the community is not the player base.
Yeah. But I think that's it's kind of the TF2 community self cannibalizes itself so much. It's very much it's not it's not self-sustaining. It's not something that'll be there forever. It's going, and it's going quick. So, and I think on that as well, I think the argument that the reason why TF2's player base isn't growing is that people just don't like new players. That's not it at all, frankly. I think that it's just the fact that it's just been a game for so long. It's been a game for so long, and so many people people leave, frankly. And while yes, there are new players that do leave because of people basically just bullying them, I think most of that just comes down to people just getting sick and tired of the game, and and the community. So, that was my ramble. That I have that's my ramble, my very uninformed ramble for the day. So, yeah. Do you have any opinions on that?
Okay. Look, here's the deal about how I was gonna make a Prince Bel-Air joke, but I completely forgot the words. But TF2 shouldn't be made by Valve anymore. This should have stopped 4 years ago. They made the game, it was good. It still is pretty good. However, it could be so much better if they just got another developer to work on it, like CSGO basically has done.
I think that if that's the case, then the developers should be a very I think it should be just a team of people, of just TF2 people, just people in the TF2 community. Just the modders and that kind of thing. Just the people who, there's a collection of the best people who make the weapons, the maps, everything. Just the main workshop people. And I think that and in terms of, and I think just Valve, I mean, they work hard. They do actually play their game. But I think it's just they have literally only 4 programmers that are I mean, it's not a bad thing that they're it's not incompetence. It's not just Valve forgetting about TF2. It's literally they just don't have people. Basically, they don't have people on the team. Also, TF2 doesn't make them Also, I mean, Valve needs to make money. Valve is a company. It has Valve. It's very I mean, they're very corporate. I mean, the reason why they don't make games anymore is because Steam makes them so much money that they can't help but that. I mean, Steam is the only thing they can work on, and in that, like, and in that Dota and CS:GO, well, mainly Dota. CS:GO is kind of dying, but Dota makes them like millions.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why. I've played Dota. I don't really like it. I just don't like MOBA games that much in general. They kind of bore me, honestly.
Yeah, I enjoy MOBAs. However, Dota 2 is such like a complicated. It like tries to be overly complicated, but then again, I only have like 2 hours in it. But like,
Well, I
Heroes of
mean-
the Storm is like very much player friendly compared to Dota.
Yeah.
It's compared
thing
to
is-
Blizzard now.
Yeah. I think that just Dota. It has so many. It just has so many characters. It has so many characters. Same thing with League of Legends. It's very like there are so many characters, and it's like. I mean, it's something I would get into, but also I'm and I'm sorry to say this. I use a Mac, and the Dota doesn't run very well on it.
Yeah.
So, but even then, there are just so many characters, and the community itself. I don't really know much about the Dota community, but I know it's not like League of Legends TF2 levels of toxic. Well, not TF2 levels. I don't know why I said that. Anyways, but the League of Legends community very toxic. Anyways, it's definitely not toxic in terms of League of Legends and Call of Duty. That's a better example. But I think it just doesn't seem very inclusive. I don't think, like the TF2 community. Jesus Christ, the TF2 community is awful. Anyways,
Yeah.
but the also just MOBA games. They go so slowly. I think they just go very slowly, and I'm close to ADD. So like I'm very much kind of like an ADD kind of like I don't actually have ADD, but I just can't hold my attention on things for long. So I have to be doing something else. Like if I'm gonna be doing something, I have to be doing like if I'm gonna listen to like an album or a podcast, I have to be doing something else while I'm doing it. So same thing with MOBAs. I can't like just sit through an entire game because it's just so like there's just not much happening. It's just like, oh wow, I took a tower. Okay, half an hour later, let's take another tower. It's like, yes, it's a time waster game, but I could be doing things so much better. I'm not making a point, am I? I'm literally just rambling. Anyways, but basically just okay. Point. MOBA games bore me. That's what I was trying to say. MOBA games bore me, and I don't get why in Dota 2 is overrated. There is my point. I am actually really good at podcasts because I can pad things. I have a role now. Yay. Anyways, what are your opinions on Trump?
Let's just reverse back to Dota for a second. Let's just turn this into a slightly nicer podcast. I have to say, compared to like the CS:GO community, because I hear about CS:GO all the time, I never hear anything about Dota. Like, it feels like even though it's their like on the Steam charts, it's literally on the top currently for current players. It's just I never hear anything about it usually.
I think it's just because Dota in general is just kind of like it's a very simple game. It's very well, again, the community is very close. I think it's very tight. It's not like you don't really hear about it much because I think that not a lot of stuff actually like there's not a lot of leakage in the community. It's very much kind of like every update is very kind of like hidden and everything which is actually kind of a good thing, arguably, because you don't get constantly like, oh wow, there's a new campaign. CS:GO sucks now. TF2 gets no updates like that. Like I mean, actually, TF2 surprisingly, it's actually quite enclosed in its community. Although there are if on Reddit sometimes r/TF2 does spill, so it does spill sometimes. But yeah, the Dota community.
I mean, not to interrupt you, but.
Oh no,
the thing with TF2 is that currently it's very much more enclosed. Like the mainstream never hears about it usually. I guess say, however, I think the most it got popular in terms of mainstream was like just the Overwatch and TF2 and Paladins and TF2 is a clone of Overwatch apparently. It's not as how that happens, but you know.
I think yeah. I think that it's like it's kind of like also can I say this now? Isn't Fortnite a class-based shooter? or it has it has it has like characters with special abilities, right? I have never played Fortnite. I don't plan to. I hate it.
There's
It
two
looks
different
miserable.
versions of the game.
Okay, good.
The
No, that's bad.
the actual like paid version is actually, yes, it does, and it's okay. It's not bad.
The thing is with the I'm sorry to interrupt, but I think the thing is with Fortnite is that it just looks miserable. It looks like just like it's just like I mean, let me just say this now. In everything, I'm basically a hipster. Let me say this now. I don't actively like things that are popular because, in my opinion, it just if I contribute to it, then it just gets like. I sound so pretentious right now. But if I like in that, it's so like I think that contributing to something that is popular makes it overdone. It makes it go even more overdone. Just me, if I start playing, then a bunch like say if I start playing, then there's gonna be 2 more people that start playing, and then that it just kind of grows, right? So I think that if you start playing Fortnite and then all your friends start playing Fortnite, you are contributing to a game that's being overdone, and in a game that ends up becoming just basically a money store.
Album by Death Grips came out in 2012. Go listen to it.
Death Grips is my favorite band. You should know this. Anyways, but I think that like it just ends up being like it ends up just being a money grab basically, and I think from what I can tell, anyways, Fortnite is becoming it's just like such a problem, is that it seems like it's getting commercialized very much.
Yeah.
I'm using here terms like commercialized. I'm smart, but it's like it just seems like it's getting very it's getting overdone. That's what I'm trying to say. It's getting overdone, and I think that the problem with Fortnite is that if I start playing now, there's only like a month left of it. There's like only a month left of its lifespan, basically.
Yeah, I got bored of it like during like in May. After I played it for like a month, it was like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
I literally just stuck around because I had all of my friends basically just played it. I just kind of stuck there. It's like, I guess I have to play it now.
And that's exactly why it's so popular. It's because it's free and it's a free and it's an okay battle royale game, and that's exactly what people want. The battle royale genre, I guess, is it's very well. It's not. Well, it's certainly not overdone, but it's definitely very it's definitely a very niche genre. When done right, can get very, very, very popular. I mean, this is be an awful example, but like look at Minecraft survival games. Like, I mean, it is very popular. It's very popular for good reason, because it's actually a pretty good game mode. It's on Minecraft servers. It's actually really good, and it's very popular. And like Fortnite, that got very popular because it's a pretty okay game. It's a pretty alright game that got put. It's also free. I mean, let me just not beat around the bush here. It's free, and if it's free, it's free. And if it's free, that means people won't pay for it, and people not paying for it is why things make money.
Yeah.
Totally.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I'm going on rants, but actually, I'm like, okay. The thing is, okay, my problem with going on rants is that like it's just kind of like my head starts spinning, so it's like my head just kind of goes into like interstellar overdrive. So it's kind of like I'm like a bunch of thoughts are racing through my head. So like if I pause and I'm just trying to I'm just trying to like. My head is just going full, like, it's like the mouse in there is going complete, like, the mouse in there just took speed. Like, the mouse in my head took speed, and now I'm just like, Fortnite sucks, I'm a hipster. That's the thing. And anyway, I should shut up. Actually, no, I shouldn't. This is a podcast. Yeah. So I have another thing to talk about. It's my overall disillusion with band class, and how personally I think that it's something I've been thinking about in a while lately, but I think it's because it's very like as a class, right? As a class, it's very like it's like the worst place if you really want to breed a love for music.
Yeah.
It's the worst place to go. Because the thing is that it's just classical. It's just classical and just really bad jazz. And the thing is, and specifically with jazz band, alright? Jazz band, it's very like, there's no improvisation. There's no actual jazz elements in it. It's just basically playing jazz pieces with a jazz ensemble. But there's no improvisation. It's just like, here's the written parts. Like, here's the written parts. Now, like, you know, there's no, like, yes, there are walking bass lines, but the walking bass lines are already, like, done. The drum parts are already happening. Like, there's no improvisation. Like, as I said, there's nothing. It's like, the horn parts are all written out. It's like, it's not a good environment, I think. Also, like, it also just, like, yeah, you can read sheet music, but, like, that's not a necessary skill you're gonna have when you're in college. Like, if you want to read sheet music, if you want to be a musician, yeah, you can join bands, but, like, try not to just, like, be like, hey, I'm better than you, I play an instrument. Well, yeah, cool, you can play a clarinet. You're like, yeah, cool, you can play a clarinet, but, like, 10 years from now, you're gonna be sitting on a desk working for, like, Amazon. Sitting on a desk working for Amazon, and, like, you can't play, you aren't gonna be playing that clarinet. You can put hours upon hours of practice into that, but you're not gonna be playing it. You see? And the thing is with band, right? As that being said, it's a perfect place for, like, just the general nerds of the school to, like, actually have, like, to, like, congregate and actually have, like, a place to be, a place of being, which is actually great. But the problem is that it's very like, it's just not, like, it's just not good, basically. It's like going on, like, band meme pages, which is by the way something you should not do. It is like 9gag and iFunny, put them together, like you have, like, 9gag and iFunny, swish them together with, like, put, like, a sprinkle of rage comics and top text bottom text memes, and just make them the absolute worst, and just, like, it's basically you know the subreddit Comedy Cemetery or whatever?
Yeah.
That's basically it. That's literally the entire thing. It's basically like mixed Facebook memes, 9gag, iFunny, and just basically make every meme top text, bottom text memes, rage comics, and just the general, like, band teacher says this, here's the funny reaction image. Like, that's the thing. Anyways,
that's why I quit band. Hey.
I'm still in band. Also, I have to do marching band camp, which I do not want to do, and I don't like it. I don't want to do it. I don't know if I'll actually, like, I might actually have fun. I don't know, but I have to carry a sousaphone around all day. So, like, that's probably not a good thing. Anyways, I think that with band as well, like, speaking with me, anyways, I play the tuba. I want to be a drummer.
There's a slight difference in everything there.
Yeah. Also, I asked if I could be a percussionist, but the van director said no, because apparently I played euphonium at the time. By the way, euphonium is a small tuba, and if you say otherwise, you are the worst. Anyways, the thing is with and like, oh hey, you're a great euphonium player. I want you to play the tuba next year. And I'm like, all right, but I feel like I should have gone with percussion because I think I should have just been persistent, which is something that's really hard for me to do. Anyways, I should have just been more persistent, I think, in that, because with that, I think I lost my train of thought. I think with that, I think that like I just would have become better at things I'm supposed to do, at things I want to do. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I think that I just realized these are like some boiling hot takes I'm doing on fire right now. These are steamy. These are decadent. These got spices on them. These are some hot takes. These are straight off the oven, straight off the grill, straight out of the deep fryer. These are some great takes. But actually, okay. Speaking of like cooking things, why do humans need to eat like cooked food? Like, why is that like a necessary idea? Why is it like a necessary thing? It's like,
are you just going to like chop a chicken's head off and just bite it casually? No.
well, like other animals do that. Like other animals can just eat things uncooked. Like vultures, for example. Like vultures, they eat like decaying carcasses. We can't eat decaying carcasses
because they have entirely different like immune systems and bodies
Well,
and
why don't
everything.
Well,
they
like,
can fly.
because as I think the problem stems because we're a species of monkey, right? And monkeys are very weak. Have very weak stomachs, because the thing is with vultures, right, is that their stomach acid, it has like a pH of like basically 0, so it's incredible. It's like incredibly acidic. Like if you put that on yourself, if you like pour that on your hand will be eviscerated in 3 seconds. Like, why'd you put a vulture's stomach acid on your hand? Anyways,
did you know that a vulture can't get rabies?
yes, they can. It's whatever. Okay. But like, why can't we have that? Why can't we have incredibly acidic stomach acid? Like, why can't we just be like, hey, like world hunger could be solved if we just if we could just get our stomach, we could okay, okay, you know how like growing organs and stuff? They have to grow like stomach linings with like very thick stomach linings, and then like put those in people instead of their other stomachs. So then, or like at least put some gene, so we can have incredibly acidic stomach acid, so we can solve world hunger. Solve world hunger by eating the carcasses of your dead friends. Anyways, or your dead wife. Anyways, how long is this running for? How long is?
We started at like 5:25 or something, didn't we?
Oh,
so it was like
wow!
nearly 30 minutes of just pure hot takes.
Wow, that's amazing! Wow. Okay, cool. I'm
This has
into
been the
it.
most on-topic podcast that has gone off-topic at the same time.
I know. We'll talk about this later. Anyways, anyways. Okay, speaking of, okay, now, if we're going into hot take territory, let's not go into politics.
Ooh.
Let's go straight into culinary opinions. What do you think of pizza?
I'm eating pizza right now. It's overrated, but it's good. I mean, it's not the best food though.
True. I think with pizza, right? I just realized I went from just completely I just realized in the span of like 10 minutes, I went from basically just like reiterating the exact same point about why I don't like band class that much, to why we should have the exact same stomachs as vultures, to what time is it, to our opinions on pizza. I'm winning. I'm doing it. I'm winning right now. I'm doing it. I'm winning the podcast. I'm doing it. I'm doing
That's
it.
like 10 words this podcast. I'm fine with it. I'm just listening just in amazement.
I'm doing it. I'm doing the podcast. I'm really excited right now. Okay. Anyways, what are your opinions on the Israeli-Palestine conflict?
It's not real.
Okay. Are you being serious right now? Because if you're saying it's not real, then I'm gonna get some fiery opinions on y'all. I'm gonna get from our 16 subscribers.
They're pretty much all of our alt accounts and everything.
Yeah, basically it's like alt accounts. I think there might be like a couple people who just know us from Instagram. Although actually, I don't think we've advertised on Instagram that much, have we?
I mean, I think both you and Will have. I just made a thing on my other account, be like, "Lol, what's up, guys?"
I did that on the exact same Picture of Ed O'Brien account. The thing is, I think with that account, I don't think anybody actually reads the captions. It's literally just like, oh wow, it's him again, and just like it and just go off. Basically, that's well, to be fair, the captions don't even matter that much. Like, okay, do you actually read the captions? Be honest.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
good.
get confused every time, but yeah.
Exactly. I think the thing is with that account is that it kind of suffers from a thing where it's like it's not as like a rising growth. It's always like stagnant, and then just like it's very gradual growth because like it's literally the exact same picture of Radiohead's guitarist Ed O'Brien. Like that's such a like it's a very niche thing, isn't it?
It's go off topic, but I think I just like crunched my tooth. Is that normal?
Go to the dentist. Anyways,
I haven't gone to the dentist like a year.
Jesus Christ! You're trying to gain up.
No.
You just got really loud on your son. Oh, you saw the Discord. On the Discord, you got very loud. Anyways, that's fine. Well, considering like when you speak, it'd be a lot louder than when I speak, so that's fine because you actually have important. So I'm just saying, I just ramble on about why I don't like things.
I just said I just crunched my teeth. Is that important?
Yes, it is. You need dental help. You need dental help. You don't need mental health. You need dental help.
Dental mental help.
It's like go to the therapist. They're all like scraping your teeth out. Like they're like so. I have actually. You know, and it's like so. Yeah, I went. Okay.
My wife just died again. You know.
My wife just died. Oh my God! Stop. You literally drill into a nerve. Please stop. No, actually, no. We're like. Okay. Oh God. God, you forgot the Novocaine. Alright. Anyways.
I just had a really bad smell. Hold on. I could just smell like the gum blood. I don't know how.
Oh God. Oh no. Don't make that. Please. No. Okay. Okay, gum blood. Okay.
Gungle.
That's a song by Cannibal Corpse, right?
Is it?
Yeah, it is. Or I don't know. It's something like that. It's something like that. What happened? Anyways. So I think that. So I think we should just say this like now until okay. I think we should set some kind of. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. I was gonna set some set some kind of precedent for the podcast, but at the same time, there's literally like I have nothing. I have nothing to say except for rambling about fans. Anyways, I was just talking about the Israeli-Palestine conflict, right?
Yeah.
Okay, basically, oh God, okay, so basically, I see the main thing is, right, the Palestinians had the land, like, when Israel was founded, that was Palestinian land, but, like, the thing is, I'm kind of neutral on it, but I kind of support Palestine, because Palestine, it was their land, and then it just kind of became Israel, now they're getting, that are getting shot for it. The others are getting shot because they kind of want their land back. The thing is with that whole spot, right? The Holy Land is that so many different cultures, so many different religions and cultures they have a equal claim to that land. So I mean, I don't know. You know what? Because you know what? Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to. I feel like if I say anything more, I'll come back to like. By the way, they'll just come back to like, just like bite me in the ass later, basically. Just because like in the second podcast, John said that he supports Palestine, and realistically, I don't support anybody. I think kind of control the topic, but I do. But I mean, everybody has the entire. What
I'm attempting to make the SFM and
Oh God!
This is even my own doing. I'm trying to make the World Traveler's hat for your scout thing, but it just spawned upside down.
It's supposed to be the hatless scout. It's the hatless scout. Also, if the frog exists,
Frog doesn't exist.
Frogs aren't real, maybe.
I know what that smell is.
What is it?
It's a mix of like pizza sauce in like the rubber of my pants.
Rubber pants.
I don't, but it smells like it. And it's really grotesque and disgusting.
What?
What?
What? I am so confused. I see. Okay. I think that I don't think anything anymore.
Yeah.
I feel like I've completely ran out of things to talk about. The thing is, okay, it's good that we're only doing this weekly because, or like kind of weekly, is because like I actually I tend to think about things to talk about on the Yuhcast like over the week, just because like ideas of like, hey, this is something I want to rant about on the Yuhcast because I have nowhere else to put it. Like if I put it on the exact same picture of Ed account, then everybody's like, oh wow, you have awful opinions. And if I put it on my personal account, I have only like 17 followers, and like nobody actually bothers to comment. It's just like, oh wow, he's posted. Nobody.
How is it?
It's like wow, nobody actually reads what's happening. Like, so it's just like, oh wow, he posted. Let's just make him feel better with a like and yeah.
That's like my account. The only the last time I got like any like what's the word? Response from anything was when I commented about religion on someone's post. Because we were just like, yeah, I agree with him, but here's my opinion. And then then some guy got mad at me from school. It's like,
oh. Okay, actually, you can tell me who it was on afterwards.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is okay. By the way, that's probably the closest we're gonna get to personal stuff. Because
oh yeah.
I think just generally personal stuff. Well, I feel like just because it's the kind of thing where like if we say stuff about people we actually know on the podcast, that'll like completely like that'll definitely just come up, just come back, just like that'll definitely just like if we somehow get a following and somebody goes back to like this, that like it's like a 1 in a million chance. But if somebody does happen to like if somebody that person knows comes back to watch this, or that specific person, then it's like, and if we say something bad about them, that's just gonna be a complete friendship ender. Like,
yeah.
Anyways, can you just like leave my scout exactly like that?
Okay.
I'd be into that. Anyways, I think that if we say stuff about just people we know on the podcast, that'll be a very bad time for I think both of us. Even if considering that both of us collectively probably like, or at least in my case, I am not very social, and the friends I do have, I need to keep them or else I'd go insane. Basically, because like it's like if the thing is like I can't talk to people. I can't talk to strangers no matter what. Like, it's really hard. But like the people like I do know and I am friends with, like that, like though that's like my lifeline, dude. Like I like talking to people, but I can't talk to strangers basically. So I have like, I don't know where I was going with that. Anyways, that got kind of deep for a second. Did it? No, it didn't. Socialize aren't deep, are they? Anyways, I have a rock.
Wait. Excuse me.
I wouldn't. Okay, like, I think that I don't know.
I created the SFM now.
Okay, good. Send it in. Send it on the Discord. I'd like to see it.
I have to write it to file, y'all.
Actually, I just came up with a topic. How's your band doing?
What?
The band you're in.
I'm in the band?
Classic Hysteria?
I'm pretty sure it was kicked out.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Actually, yeah.
It was never mentioned, and then like nothing has been happening with it since like February anyway.
Oh, right. Yeah, because I was wondering. Oh, yeah, because I was wondering if I could actually. Like, I was wondering if I can't get a drum set, if I could join, but that's probably not gonna happen. So.
I mean, you probably could.
Yeah. But then again, also, I'm not gonna say here.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. Actually, we should form a band at some point.
Yeah.
We could actually do like, I mean, it could be like a duo as well. Like I could do drums and bass, and you can just do guitar and stuff. Like,
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw stuff. So. Okay. Yeah. So that's the SFM. So that's what y'all are seeing right now. Anyways, actually, are we gonna? You think we should do like 20 minutes? I think of the podcast. Just do a full hour because we're on. Yeah, because it's 6:06 right now, and we started at what 5:25.
Something like that.
Yeah, we can try to get done at 6:25. You can probably start at darn. We can probably start at or end at. I guess we'll probably end at 6:25. Why are we talking about this, anyways? This is actually okay. Now you see in the Yuhcast. The podcast for gamers by gamers. we don't care if we have some behind the scenes stuff. We don't care, and you.
And we don't care about you guys.
No. Anybody who isn't us, who's sub to us and actively listen, who are actually genuinely waiting for this podcast. We love you.
I don't.
No, well, at least I do, because you guys, like, I want to know that you're out there, and actually, if you make it to this part of the podcast, which you probably haven't, but if you do, comment, I love Super Mega, and comment, I love Super Mega and Game Grumps, not the Yuhcast. The Yuhcast sucks. Exactly those words, and stop it now. There you go. Comment that. If you make it this far into the podcast, and you know, if you did, I probably already said this, but you're kind of what keeps us going. So yeah, you're kind of you're cool dudes. I really appreciate you. And for all those who said, and for all the people who just sub to us because we're your friends, you're all right. You're cool.
You're
friends.
probably okay. Well,
they're probably okay, depending on who. We can talk about it.
my chair makes weird noises.
Why are we like? I just okay. Okay. I should just stop talking now.
I have a fake leather chair.
I think this is probably a fake leather chair, but like it's actually really comfortable. But like it's really comfortable, but like I just sit on it so much that I'm starting to become like really like deep up. So yeah, it's getting really like deep puffs. But I can lean back in it like really far, so it's good. I think that who are the like what have you been listening to lately?
Me?
Yeah, what have you been
Hold on. Don't know. I was just like stretching when you said that and you caught me off guard, but
Anyways, yeah. Go.
the I Love You's the side project from Zach Hill and Andy Hillman. Rise Against, which I'm hoping to see on tour, but I probably can't because it's in Seattle on a school day. And that's it. That's really it.
Okay. What I've been listening to lately, Radiohead, as always.
Wow.
A lot of some Death Grips. I'm trying to get like more of their work. I'm only really like a casual fan of Death Grips, but I think that I've been listening to a lot more. I've been trying to get into more of Pink Floyd and the Beatles lately, the classics, as well as there's a lot more progressive rock like Pink, Crimson, and Yes. Genesis, I've been dabbling in. My Bloody Valentine, the Matt Watson band, incredible. Great band. Very noisy. Also, just noise music in general, I just kind of like. Anyways, I heard my door open for no reason. Anyways, My Bloody Valentine. Noise music like Merzbow, Poser Core, I know, but yeah. Can't really think of anything else. What?
I realized that like half of, because I name all like the SFM stuff like Yuhcast 2.5 or 2.1 or whatever, or 2. I realized that I named about half of them YUC Hast. It's the Yuhcast. It's the Yuhcast boys. The Yuhcats.
Hey guys, I'm traffic cats.
That's gonna be the April Fool's joke of the year.
We are the Yuhcast, and we okay. It should be okay. Like, so you know the band.
Yeah.
So speaking of just bands I'm getting into. I'm just gonna go back on that for a small bit. Bands like also just I'm getting into a lot more like extreme metal stuff, like grindcore, death metal, black metal kind of stuff. So bands like Napalm Death, Cannibal Corpse, Carcass. Also, Rammstein, as well as like some new metal stuff. Well, not really new metal, but like Slipknot again, is my babies. And then yeah. Also, Sun. I've been trying to get into the band Sun, it's a drum metal band. They're really good, but I don't really like. I haven't really dabbled that too much into their work. I listened to their two songs, Candle Goat. It's I forget what it's called. But anyways, song Candle Goat, and it took a night. It was I forgot what it was called. It was like It Was a Night to Believe, or I think something like that. But anyways, yeah.
What a terrible night to have a curse. Talking about bands. What's your opinion on Trump now? I completely forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, what's your favorite album or song at the current existential moments? Currently, I know mine.
My favorite ever album, just ever, is probably the one that's probably like moved me the most. Just kind of like as a person. I think the one that really just defines me. Honestly, I never really thought about it. I would say Kid A, but at the same time, it's such a cop-out answer for at least me. Probably. It is such a cop-out answer, but Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. It's such an amazing psychedelic record, and it's a masterpiece, frankly. And if people who say it's overrated, it probably is, but I love it so much. And the Beatles are just great. The Beatles are the best band in the world. Radiohead is a close second, tied with Pink Floyd, and Death Grips is third. Anyways, yeah, that's my favorite record of all time. But lately, my favorite record is My Bloody Valentine's Loveless, which is very poser core, but You know what? That's fine. What's your favorite record at the moment?
I have two, because you said, like, yours of all time, basically. I'm just gonna say mine, basically, what separates me from you from a dang darn to remember. But mostly, like, the second half, except for, like, the third and fourth song. And by the moment, The Sufferer and the Witness from Rise Against, it's a pretty big album, isn't it, I think? Hold up. I think it's a big album. Hold your horses. How many songs does it have? Okay, maybe I won't be able to find out. Wikipedia's down? No, okay. Oh, it's only 13 songs. Well, not only, but...
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think, what's the worst album you've ever listened to?
You're the snitch. No,
Yeah?
I don't know. Because I like all types of music, basically.
I have my answer.
What's yours?
I might trigger a couple nerves here, but I mean, you know, you gotta do it to them. Honestly, the worst record I've ever listened to, in like, or at least like the most overrated, in my humbly opinion, is "Hail to the Thief" by Radiohead. Good record. The thing is, it's so over. No, well, actually. No, yeah, it's probably the most overrated. It's definitely. It's not even. It's like. I don't necessarily have like a worst record ever, but I think definitely the most overrated is "Hail to the Thief." I think because it's just so. It's very unfinished. Some great tracks on there. Very unfinished. Very much kind of like. It was very different, but not in a good way. Like it tried kind of like putting together the kind of the more alternative rock side of OK Computer and the Bends and Pablo Honey, with their later Kid A and Amnesiac, very experimental, more experimental rock, electronica kind of stuff. But I think they didn't really do it very well. On some tracks though, it kind of makes sense. But like the thing is, the best tracks are the ones that are like mostly rock or mostly or that are mostly electronic. The ones where they try to really like blend the two together. Like for example, like actually thinking about it now, there really actually isn't that much blending on that album of like the two things. It's mostly just kind of like it's mostly just kind of like well. I don't have a reason for thinking it's. The thing is, it just doesn't. Whatever. You know what? I have probably angered a few people. I have no argument. Kill me. I just don't like the record, and you can't change my mind. Basically.
I don't have a worst album I've listened to that I can think of. There's probably some, but I can't think of it. I can tell you the worst Death Grips album. Actually, I can't. I mean, what's up?
Hi! Hey, welcome to the Yuhcast. So I think that I can tell you what the worst Radiohead album is. Just guess what the worst Radiohead album is.
Pablo Honey.
Yes, actually. It's subjective truth. And I know there's somebody who's probably listening to it that will say otherwise. But you know what? Your opinion is of no consequence at all.
Your opinion is wrong and mine is right at any circumstance. I'm getting loud here.
But okay, to be fair though, it's nothing compared to what they would release afterwards. It's nothing compared to the OK Computer and Kid A. Yes, it's a good alt rock album. That's it. It's a good alt rock album. Even Hail to the Thief did better. It has amazing tracks. Like all Pablo Honey has is Blowout, and that's not even like that good. Like everything else it's literally yes it's their first album. Yes, they've been developing their sound. Yes, it's barely even Radiohead. Well, yes, it is barely even Radiohead. That's why it's awful. Sorry. Okay. What's your opinion? Okay, I think let's get into the meat of let's get into the meat of the potato. The meat of the potato.
The meat of the potato.
Oh, delicious potato meat. Anyways, I pretty succulent. I like to suck it on the potato. Like you know, like how you get the like a potato and just like suck on it a little bit. Like kind of the juices out of it. Potatoes have an awful like raw potatoes have raw potatoes have an awful texture in the mouth. It's like it's like eating
Trump.
Take that, Trump. Take that. Hey, hold on. I'm gonna go tweet at Trump. Hold on. Hold on. I thing is, I only have it enabled on. I only have the Yuhcast Twitter on my phone, but yeah, I'm gonna go just tweet at Trump for a second. What should I tweet at?
I haven't looked at the Twitter in forever.
Don't.
Oh.
Donald J.
Let me just like all the posts casually.
Okay, could you publicly execute Duncan for me? Thank you.
Could you publicly eat me?
That'd be, you know what? I mean, $20 is $20, you know what I'm saying? Could you publicly executive Duncan? There we go. Also, yeah. There you go. Alright, okay, so, if you're gonna go on the Yuhcast Twitter, I just posted something. Put it up on the screen right now. What I posted today.
Hold on, I'm trying to see if this is like a good deal or not.
What? What do you do? Oh, is there you're trading? What is it? Tell us.
Okay, there's an auction on Scrap.tf. You have to actually look at auctions occasionally, where it's like a ton of like fabricators, and I'm curious if any of them are finished, but I don't think any of them are. But anyway, what'd you post?
Yeah, what I post? What I post?
Let's just retweet that.
So yeah, you can yeah, so put that one up on screen when I said put it up on screen.
Yeah, if I remember.
Yeah, if I did remember.
Oh no.
I want to kind of start listening to them at the same time. I think I don't know.
They're weird. I don't know what album you would listen to first though.
Okay.
Cause I don't know. I don't know what you like.
Like, what's like the most kind of like extreme metal one? That's kind of what I'm into.
Probably their newest one that came out in 2016, Bad Vibrations, I guess.
Okay.
Even though it has some of their softest stuff and heaviest stuff on there.
Oh, well, actually, I'm listening to both sides of the equation.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a few more minutes. Let's keep trucking on. Anyways.
Trucking on.
Actually, I mean, if you have the funds, you could probably actually, if you want it, actually, you ever thought about learning bass?
Yeah, I have.
I think you should personally. I think the instrument kind of suits you. I think it's like, I don't know. It's a very subdued instrument. You're a bit like that, so I don't know. I think it suits you generally. So, I mean, and then, hey, if you have the funds, I can actually probably sell my bass and my amp to you. So
it's like I'm just gonna get like a better guitar because I think that's what I like the most. Most of this lead guitar, honestly, because
yeah. I think that's kind of what. And if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do.
But I'd like to actually learn bass, and I guess guitar and bass are kind of like a normal guitar, and they're kind of similar in a way.
They are. Well, they're two
It's-
very different roles, but they are. But
Yeah.
but as an instrument, they are pretty much the same. If you're playing it with a pick, then yeah, you can basically just play.
Yeah,
it.
it's still just the same, pretty much.
Yeah.
However, I'd like to learn like all the other stuff, and then just to get the true experience.
Yeah. I think yeah. You should also. I feel like also you should do keyboard stuff like with piano
Yeah.
and stuff. I feel
I
like 'cause
really,
that
yeah.
is like we can because I mean if we're gonna do a Death Grips. If we're gonna do a Death Grips new metal thing, you are probably gonna have to double on keyboards. So
Yeah.
yeah. Actually, I don't think either of us actually know any bassists.
What?
Actually, I know you know a bassist, but I don't think. I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
They
actually,
live
well,
in.
Well, you're in a band, anyways. Well, that has a bassist, so you
They're in
guys-
Vegas currently.
Oh.
I think they are. Or I don't know. I don't talk to them, and I probably will never.
Yeah, unless we add like, I mean, I don't know. I think that I feel like there's a couple people I know I could probably double up on bass. But I mean, yeah, I think we're reaching the end point, dudes.
The album reached #1 in Australia.
What?
What?
What? Australia?
It's wacky.
That's wacky. That's crazy. That's crazy. So I mean, any closing remarks on this podcast?
Don't listen to this again.
Don't listen to it. Listen to it every single day until the next one comes out. So you can listen to it for like 7 days. Formulate an opinion. Post a comment on it. Do you guys hate us? Do you hate me because I? Yep. Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Leave some feedback in the comments below. In the comment section. Don't like it. Don't dislike it. Good night, guys.